All of the iguanas are worshiping the sun first thing in the morning. Majestic.
We're Emma and Ofer, and we've been living out of a suitcase since 2018.
Yeah.
But this year, we had to slow our travels down. And so we spent the past 5 months in the Yucatan Peninsula.
It is incredible.
Last episode, we took on Tulum Town and the Gran Cenote. And today, we're continuing to explore Tulum with perhaps its most famous attraction.
I haven't gone bike riding in a while. It feels a little bit like my first time. Literally like, don't slow down, don't slow down. Bikes in Tulum are probably the main way to get around. And we're lucky because our hotel actually offers them for free. So we're going to ride them over to the ruins, which are about 15 minutes away according to Google Maps. If you drive your car over there, you have to pay 160 pesos to park it. You ride the bike over there, it's free. So that's what we're doing now. We were supposed to get there at opening, which was like half an hour ago, but it's okay.
What time is it?
It's like 8:30, we should go. It's getting hot, I feel it already. Let's go, let's go.
As we've talked about in our previous video, Tulum is pretty spread out. You have Tulum City, Tulum Beach, and just about equal distance from both, you have the ruins. Bikes are big in Tulum, and luckily, the city has provided well-maintained bike lanes to get around. So although you will be biking along the highway for a decent portion of the trip, it's very relaxing taking the winding, tree-lined bike lanes to get to the ruins. The ruins open at 8 a.m. and the tour buses start to arrive at 11 a.m. We arrived at around 9 a.m. and although there was a line leading up to the health screening tent, it was relatively short and moved quickly. If you arrive later in the day, this line can get quite long.
So we just biked the whole way here. Honestly, in the morning, it's not that bad. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of bike lanes here, so it's really comfortable to bike up here. But the best part is you save the 160 pesos for parking, you don't need to pay taxi fare, and cars are only allowed to go so far in here. So even if you bring your car, you're gonna be walking for like 25 minutes unless you pay for a trolley to bring you up here. The bikes, we're able to bike the whole way up, park it right here. The entrance is literally right there. It's amazing. We actually even saw bikes for hire inside of this place. I'm sure they rip you off for it, but if you're thinking of trying the bike one day in Tulum, take it to the ruins. It's cool because when you enter, it's an archaeological site, but you can hear the waves crashing in the distance. I think this might be the best location for any Mayan ruins. Here, let's look.
While the views are undoubtedly breathtaking, these structures were not solely built for their aesthetic value. In fact, this ancient port city was incredibly important to the Mayans, serving both as a major trade center and a significant religious and ceremonial site. If you want to imagine how seafarers felt approaching the ancient city, there are boat tours available to help you scratch that itch. But we're not historians, and we mostly just like looking at pretty things. So we spent our visit just wandering around and admiring the views. If you're interested in learning more, you can always hire a tour guide when you arrive. Meanwhile, we can give you a little more practical advice when planning your visit.
The entrance fee to get in here is 80 pesos a person, which I think is a pretty good deal. Normally the beach is open as well, so you can actually go swimming here. I guess it's still closed. I guess they're still working on reopening everything. I don't know, 2020, you know. But normally you can go to the beach, and I think it's a pretty good value for 80 pesos, and you can spend the whole day here. Definitely want to reiterate, the bikes are the right move to come here. And early in the morning, unless you're like a major photography person, in which case I've heard that sunset is actually quite nice. A couple other tips, because I love you. Sunscreen, a hat would have been good. I talked about bringing a hat. And bug spray. All of the iguanas are worshiping the sun first thing in the morning, or I'm sure throughout the day.
Yeah, I bet you he gets there every day. That's like a spot.
There's one there, bunch up there. Like literally on every single temple, there's at least 3 to 5. Majestic. It's like a sky of stars. You just keep looking at it and you're gonna see more. I feel like Machu Picchu has all the alpacas and llamas roaming around. Tulum Ruins have iguanas. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Don't you look at me like that.
After walking around for a few hours, the midday sun started to beat down on us, and we took that as our cue to hop back on our bikes in search of shade and tacos. Next episode, we're going to be heading down to the beach zone to explore everything it has to offer. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and turn on your notifications so you know as soon as the video is released. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.
I also just want to give credit to my darling husband, Ofer, who last night was like, Emma, you should pack your bag tonight so you're not struggling to do it tomorrow morning. And I didn't, and I forgot my hat. I give you credit, babe. You're smart.